We do.
You're gonna close that door.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. And I'm just gonna go pull up the agenda.
Pen.
And there we go. You guys can see the agenda?
I'm going to take.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Okay, all right, so you're live. Yep.
Thank you. So I'll call this meeting to order at whatever time it is, about 8:09, I think. And the land acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that the Township of Cavan-Monaghan is located on Treaty 20 Michi-Sauga territory in the traditional territory of Michi-Sauga Anishinaabe. We offer our gratitude to First Nations for their care and for teachings about these lands. May we honor these teachings.
I'm just gonna record it just in case. We should be on YouTube, I believe, but just in case. I don't see where it's saying that we're live streaming. Anyways, carry on.
Okay, with one small amendment to the agenda, we do have a delegation today. Thank you, Sarah Budd, for attending our meeting. Sarah's going to speak to the Alliance proposal for a chocolate festival in February. And at this point, I will ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll move the agenda.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, and I am in favor. Moving on to disclosure of pecuniary interest, anyone?
No.
None? Okay, no closed session. I will introduce Sarah Budd at this point. Sarah's from the County of Peterborough, and her position with the County of Peterborough, I will ask her to announce because I don't remember it exactly, but Sarah's the one that ran the holiday passport program during the Christmas season. And we had 9 businesses from our BIA that participated in that. And with that, I will turn the floor over to Sarah.
Okay, well, thank you for having me. You can hear me just fine? Yes? Good, okay. I'm just not in my normal work environment here. Yeah, so my title is Community Development Manager, and I work with the new Economic Development Team and Tourism Team for Peterborough County. So as you might remember, that's a new team that started as January 1st of 2025. Due to a dissolvement of what was PCAD. So our job is to support the townships and particularly help and support the EDOs like Bridget to, with working with businesses and to creating a robust economic development as well as community development, which is my title. So I kind of blur over a little bit into the community development side. So yes, we did acquire an app this year online called Driftscape. It's actually a fairly expensive app, but it's going to be used for all the townships. So we put that into our budget with the goal of working with the EDOs to create some programming that could work. It works especially well for downtown districts. Not to say it can't work for other tours and things like that. So that'll be exciting when we start to do that in the spring. So yes, we did do the first one was the passport program that Bridget helped immensely with. So, you know, we're very much a partnership in this. It's not just the county. The county has the tool, but we actually want to encourage, and Bridget's all over it. So we don't have to beg her. She's ready to go to take over the app and to really use it to its fullest. Because to be honest, at the county level, we only have two of us, Rhonda and I on the ECDev side. We have a few more on the tourism side. And this does blur over a little bit between tourism and ECDev, this particular app. But we just have so much on our plate that it's really great when the EDOs use this tool and jump in, because that means we can do that much more. So we got lots of things planned throughout the year. So yeah, getting to the chocolate festival, one of the thoughts that I had when I was looking at my work plan was what we kept hearing at these tourism talks from businesses is that we need more events going on. We need more of a draw for our businesses. And so instead of creating a new festival, which was on the to-do list, and we actually might be rolling out a new festival, but it won't be till next fall. And we might actually have another one in the spring. Actually, Bridget has an idea, so stay tuned. But I just looked at the Lakefield Chocolate Festival and went, you know what? This has been going 5 years. They're in their 6th year this year. And it's such a simple festival and easy to do, but creates excitement during a time when businesses are a little slow, which is February, right? It's kind of dark and dreary and cold. And so how do we get people out shopping locally? So I just went to the Lions, and said, what do you think about challenging other Lions to do this festival as well? And they hold their own chocolate festival. So everybody has their own. What we were hoping in the end is if there's multiple festivals going on, that maybe there could be, we'll have to see how this all works out, but there could be some sort of taste off with blindfolds with mayors or something exciting like that. But regardless, if we just have more festivals going on, then the county can get behind it, because it's more than just one township, and we can put our resources towards it as well, meaning promotion, my time, and of course the Stripscape app. So anyways, Millbrook District Lions has agreed to do this, and they're excited. And from what I understand, when Kathy could probably talk more because she was there when they voted on it, we went to present, and they seem good to go. I know that Bridget and I have talked to a few of the businesses. I think Kathy has too. They were excited about this idea. You guys have a great downtown, I'll give you. Like, they are so amazing. They're so fun to work with. Like so kudos to you for that. So I'm not sure what else you'd like me to add. Kathy?
Well, it's in case anyone here, which is all three of us, would like to ask a question, I will just say that the committee for the Lions will be myself and past president Janet Taylor, not Taylor, I was
Kennedy.
Kennedy. There's Taylors and Kennedys. Anyway, Kennedy, and also Secretary David Good, who will establish the rules around the festival from Millbrook. It'll be 2 weeks in the month of February, around Valentine's Day and Family Day. There's a contest aspect to this, which we have yet to work out, and sort of following the model that Lakefield has. And what I'm hoping for today is that because this is primarily a promotion for downtown businesses, not that that the Lions can't offer it to businesses outside our BIA, absolutely can, but looking for some marketing budget to be spent on this. Otherwise, there's nothing for BIA to do. Lions and Sarah Bud will do it for us. There's no road closure.
I think the idea is actually that the Lions would run it. Is that correct,
That's correct.
Sarah? And so I think from a Driftscape, I can be your point person because Sarah has been kind enough to train me on using it, and that's the intent.
And one of the questions we might have is, how does the Driftscape app apply to this particular festival? And I don't know myself the answer to those questions until we have a committee meeting for the festival and decide the rules, and it'll be the contest aspect of it. I would imagine that the Driftscape app would, and also that it promotes the event.
Yeah. I mean, so it'll map it out just like it mapped out the passport. So it can be used as a tool that way, with QR codes that will bring you right to the map. And so you can see all the places. We can have coupons at each of the stores if they wish. So when they're in the store, the coupon will be electronically sent. They don't have to do that, but they can. And then, of course, there is a voting button on the Driftscape app as well. So if you decide to utilize that tool, you can, but you don't have to.
Right.
Mhm.
So I have yet to meet with the other two Lions to establish the rules, the contest rules, etc. And then we'll get together with Sarah to set that up. What I'm looking for is, because a lot of the businesses won't be familiar with the Driftscape app, and/or the people who will be shopping for the items that are being promoted by the festival. An ad in the Millbrook Times. I'd like to see a full page ad. And I would like to, and I'm not going to make the motion on this, but I would like to see the BIA spend some money to promote this in the Millbrook Times. And who knows, maybe Millbrook Times would even help us financially to help the Lions promote. So the end result is that the Lions actually take some revenue from the items that are sold under the festival. So a chocolate creation of some sort, a chocolate theme creation, there is money that goes back to the Lions, and the Lions would in turn take that money and give it to our community organizations. So it's win-win for all of us, the BIA, the Lions, and the community organizations that are in need of funds that this would eventually support. So I'm asking for a motion to cover I'm not making the motion, I'm asking the two other directors if they would consider making a motion to fund the promotion at the Millbrook Times of this event.
Well, I got a couple of questions.
Yep.
First being, I guess, to Sarah, like, I'm not familiar with the Lakefield Chocolate Festival. I think the idea is fantastic for the festival, but I don't, what does it entail? Like you said, it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So they go a little longer than 2 weeks. I think they go 3 weeks. But I actually have to look back. They coincide theirs with the beginning of Polar Fest. Not that it's part of Polar Fest, they just happen to do it around the same time. And I think the goal at the beginning was, okay, so Polar Fest is fun, everybody's out doing things, but how do we get them to go into businesses? I think that was their plan many years ago. I think there's always that push and pull with all these fun events like Santa Claus parades and everything else. That's great community spirit, but how do we match that with actually people going into businesses and buying, right? So the way that works is the Lions will have, and they do, go into each of the businesses and pitch this contest and get them to register. I think right now, I just heard yesterday, they have 16 or 17 businesses registered. Sorry?
What exactly is the
Okay. Yeah, so they have 3 categories. Theirs is maybe going to be a little different than the one that's going to be in Millbrook, but they have 3 categories. They have food, best drink, and best creativity. So, anything to do with chocolate, right? Chocolate could be chocolate cake, could be chocolate brownies, could be chocolate whatever. And then drinks, there's alcoholic and non-alcoholic. So there's a lot of hot chocolate type drinks, but there's also sometimes some adult beverages as well. And then but they do, I should add, if they do an adult beverage, they have to do a virgin one as well. So so that it can be fair with the voting. And then the third one's creativity. So as an example, the pet store did picture with a chocolate lab, or the spa did a chocolate mask. That was the product that they sold. So, and then a portion of those sales, as Kathy said, go to fundraising for the Lions. So they agree that every time they sell, and it's an honor system, you sell 100 items, $1 of each will go to the Lions Club. And that's basically it. It's not a difficult festival to run. It's not your normal festival where there's, you have to close streets or you got to do other activities. It's really just a festival to get people into stores and try chocolate things during a month of chocolate, right? I mean, you've got Family Day and then you've got Valentine's Day, so it's perfect.
So if I could jump in, when Sarah and I were kind of chatting about it, like this is a really good opportunity to kind of bring in a lot of your outside businesses
Yeah.
outside of Millbrook to to partner with some of your businesses downtown to
Yes.
sell the product.
Yeah.
So for example, you might have some of your maple syrup producers who could provide syrup to for an infused drink, or an infused cheesecake or something like that. We also have a lot of vet clinics that could do photos of chocolate labs or, like stuff like that, right?
Feed the chocolate to the dogs and see what happens.
Maybe not. So I think the idea is more, I think that it's more just the promotion side of it to get people involved in going and buying the product and voting for it.
Right.
But you also have to get the stores involved to actually create the product to sell.
Okay.
So that's kind of the idea behind it. So, and I think in the past, with the Lakefield Lions, they kind of took the baton and ran with it. So I think that's why they were looking to all the Lions in the county to kind of do something similar. And certainly our Lions is very active. So, and if you want, Kathy, what I can do is if you guys want to include me in the meeting, I can kind of support you with regards to the Driftscape app
That'd be
and
wonderful.
and working with some of the businesses to get them on
Yeah.
board.
Mhm.
I can also do
And
some.
there is a possibility too of Bridgenorth. Also, their Lions Club is considering doing it this year. I think by next year we'll have a few more. When this first came up and I went to the Lakefield Lions, they said, well, you don't need to go through Lions. You could just do this yourself. And of course we could, but it's just so fun that the Lakefield Lions would be challenging other Lions clubs. To me, it's just like such a perfect fit between community and economic development, right? Let it be their festival. It's not a lot of work. Bridget and I are there to support, help register the businesses. And we just need your help to help promote it. And we'll also put some money behind it in terms of promotion because it's going to be multiple townships. Then the county can put a little money towards promotion as well.
Mhm, mhm. And we could maybe, if you want, support in terms of design. So we do have design abilities. So we
Like
could
make
do
a
that.
poster.
Posters,
Yeah.
social media, right?
Yeah.
So I think Brian had given me access to the social media so we could support you in that sense
Right,
for BIA.
right,
And then we could also use it across township channels. as well.
right. And in terms of the poster, I was thinking if we put money toward this, then the BIA would be considered a sponsor and put the logo on the poster.
Yep. So you would have both Lions and BIA on the
Well,
poster?
it's a Lions coordinated event. It's their event,
Mhm.
but we're
Sponsored by
sponsored.
BIA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe we can even ask Millbrook Times to sponsor.
Sure.
And
I think, yeah, the intent would be to get a budget together as to what you would be spending on. But we can,
Yeah.
that can be a separate discussion.
well, sure. To give an idea of what Lakefield Lions did last year, they had $1,600 in revenue from the portion of sales of chocolate themed items. And then they had $400, I think they said, in advertising.
So did they actually buy the products and then,
No, so the public buys the product
yeah,
and the business donates $1 or $2, whatever, from the sale, and it's an
Okay.
honor system.
Okay.
So, so the donations go to the Lions, and then in this case, the Lions would donate that
Well, that's good,
revenue
what
back to. well,
Community, yeah,
No,
yeah,
back
or
to specific community
Initiatives.
organized, yes,
Yeah, okay.
exactly, which I would like to see identified.
Mhm.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be, it's whatever the
Mhm.
three lions decide. We've yet to have that discussion, so, but rest assured, the money goes back into community
Yep.
and would be advertised as such.
Did the Lions share with you their budget for the event, or did they just kind of talk about it like you did?
Well, the Lions budget was set a long time ago for this year. So there is
Sure.
no budget for this.
No, I mean the Lakefield Lions. Did they share?
$400 they
And
spent.
that was it. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay,
they
perfect.
raised 16
Mhm.
and they
Spent 400.
spent
to raise the
400
16.
on promotions.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I if I could just add, I think the reason we could use your help is this is your first one, right? And the first one's always harder to get off the ground and get people to know. People expect this in Lakefield now, so they look for it in February, right? So yeah, that would be just the added piece there.
And Sarah, I think, can we kind of, is it Jackie with the Lions in Lakefield?
Jackie
Yep.
and Sandy. Jackie.
Jackie and
Mira-
Sandy. So
Yeah,
can we?
Sandy runs. Yeah.
Can we tap into her just going forward? Can we just kind of pick her brain for different?
100%. She's there. She was willing to come to this meeting, but I let her know. I didn't think that you needed to know that kind of detail. I could bring that. But yeah, no, she wants to work with the Lions. She's like, anything they need, just tell them to call me. Because they've been doing it. She's been running it, I think, every year, Sandy.
Perfect.
And Jackie helps.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And they would share their graphics, everything. Not that you have to use them, but you can get some ideas from what they do.
Would they do like some sort of like a public challenge initiation that Millbrook?
That's what I was
thing?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking we could do some sort of social media thing about the challenge, right? Like have the both Lions, I don't know, some sort of media kickoff. I don't know. We'll have to brainstorm. I think we could have fun with it.
The other
Get
thing
maybe we could get the two mayors or something with the Lions. I don't know. It could be something fun.
For the two heads of because I think it's Scott and is it
Yeah.
chair of
I don't
the
know.
president?
Actually, I don't know.
There are two Lions clubs in Lakefield. These are the village
Lakefield.
which were originally the Lioness Club in Lakefield.
Okay.
And so they're probably all women in the Lakefield. So there's Lakefield and District, and then there's Lakefield Village. So this is Lakefield Village.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna let Bridget take over. I've got 1 minute to get downstairs and I'll get in trouble. So I'm gonna sign off. I hope I explained enough, but I'm sure Bridget can pick up the pieces. Thanks so much for having me today. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank
See
you, Sarah.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know who the president is, but our president is Scott McFadden.
Yeah. Okay. But we could kind of.
But Sandy Wren is the organizer and the originator of the festival in Lakefield. And both Sandy and Jackie are gung ho.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Do either of you?
You want the motion?
Hold on with the motion first, and then it's like, I think the motion simply is that the BIA supports this effort. We already have a marketing budget,
Yeah.
right? So you can take whatever funds out of the marketing budget that are appropriate, because I don't think you have a number and you can't tell us what that number is.
I don't have a number, so it could be up to, or.
I don't think you need to put it up to, because you
Yeah.
have a marketing budget.
Yeah.
Right? So the question just becomes, does the BIA support this
Okay.
initiative?
And
And
I think
then,
you have to pass your budget first, right?
But then,
Yeah.
well,
yeah,
but whatever, we can support the initiative and then pass the budget,
Sure, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And then just leave it at that.
To support the initiative financially, the promotion.
What support the initiative, but financially, emotionally, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
Well,
But you have a marketing budget. Like,
but
this is a marketing play. So you're there, you have it.
Yeah.
Right?
we have it.
As long as the BIA is, in agreement to be a part of this initiative.
However that looks.
However
Yeah.
that looks, because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't articulate what it looks like right
Yeah,
now.
because you can't assign a number yet, because you don't.
I can't assign a number.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I would, the most we could do is say up to.
No,
No,
like, you don't even-
yeah, I don't even.
We don't
think you
need
can
to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at some point,
Your marketing committee needs to
like
figure out,
this month, before we have another meeting, we're gonna have to spend some money to, now maybe Lions put it out, or maybe if it's just the Millbrook Times can probably hold the billing until later. But I'm specifically looking for a full page on the Millbrook Times.
but again, I think it should go back to them. Have a marketing meeting, figure out what that full page ad even looks like, because we don't know what the graphics look like, you don't know what the content looks like, you need the layout, you need.
Well,
Like, you can get a full page ad, but if you only have 10 words, it'll look
ultimately,
ridiculous.
that's the Lions' job to put that together with the
So-
support.
So I'm happy
Yeah.
to do that because
Yeah.
I
Sure.
do ads for the Millbrook Times all the time for the
Yeah.
township, so I can resize things to fit her
I just, we're
requirement.
not there.
No, you're right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
We're just not
yeah.
there yet,
You need more of a concrete budget
which is
and
fine.
project.
Which is
Yeah,
fine. Like,
yeah.
And I'm happy to, move that, or put the motion on the floor that, the BIA is willing to support this chocolate festival initiative,
Mhm,
and then leave it to the marketing committee to figure out, what that entails.
I think if you know
Okay.
that the budget that was spent on it was $400, then you're probably not gonna go past that, right? If the other Lions, if that's what they said they spend, then,
Yes, but
uh,
as Sarah Bowd mentioned, this has been going on for a number of years, so
Sure.
it required less, and I don't know specifically where they put that money, whether it was they have a community newspaper of their own, might have gone there, not sure, but,
okay,
I think it's important that we put this in our community newspaper.
But I think you want to reach beyond the community, right? The whole
Mhm.
concept is it's bigger than Millbrook.
Yes,
So I think you need
and
to
that's
think
where
like-
the county gets involved and our township.
yeah, like I
Yeah.
think the county would kind of be looking to, if this is an opportunity to spread it regionally, so if there's a challenge between Lakefield and Catamonigan or Lakefield and Millbrook,
Yeah.
Millbrook and District Lions, then they're kind of using that to kind of encourage other Lions in the county.
So
At the local level, this would be something that they would be looking for us to implement locally, which, as Sarah said, like, I think it's a fantastic
I
idea.
think it's fantastic. I'd
Yeah.
love to see a lot more like cross marketing, right? So like
100%.
Lakefield's promoting Millbrook. Millbrook's promoting
So
Lakefield's.
Lakefield is before ours, because they launched it, I think, as part of.
January
Pufferfest.
30.
Yeah, so theirs would be,
And what we're looking
we're looking at Valentine's Day, I think,
Yeah.
Family Day, is that kind of? what
So
you're thinking?
theirs does encompass Valentine's Day and Family Day. But as Sarah said, I think it runs for 3 weeks.
Mhm.
I think we're proposing 2 weeks, so we'll probably start the second week in February
Mhm.
and run for 2 weeks.
Mhm. So
Um,
your start time would be later than theirs.
I think it needs to be later because it's gonna take us the rest of the month to
figure it out.
figure it out, yeah.
It could be an opportunity too, to say, okay, we're passing the baton to Millbrook for the next 2 weeks, and then you could say, we're looking for another Lions to pass the baton for March, right? You could have a lot of fun with it.
Except that it does tend to work well over Valentine's Day
Yeah.
and
Right.
Family
You could do
Day.
St. Patty's Day.
See,
Well,
green chocolates,
Yeah, you could do the Dubai chocolate,
a little pistachio.
a little pistachio. Yeah,
well, maybe so.
yep. Anyways, yeah,
Okay. So make your motion, however.
I've been made a motion that the BIA supports the Lions Initiative for a chocolate festival, but
Very good. Did you hear?
Second it.
Okay, all right. Then moving on, minutes of the meeting, December 11th of 2025.
sorry, guys. Minutes. There. I think you probably all had a chance to review the minutes. Yeah,
yeah, all good.
okay.
Happy to move.
Okay,
Second.
okay, and I'll second,
Okay.
since Sarah wrote them.
Yeah.
And then I guess that's carried, and then what is our next item here? Business arising from the minutes, nothing there. Reports, treasury report. So I'm sorry, I do not have a bank and account activity for us this month. I'll defer that to next month. At this time, I think we're still waiting for Sarah to have access to our bank account. Is that correct, Sarah, or is it in motion?
It's in motion. I've been speaking with TD. I just have to go, I actually have to go into a bank,
Yeah,
finalize it. So that will happen Friday.
okay. And then in February, we will hopefully have an up-to-date actual to budget for 2025 that we can review at that time, and an up-to-date bank activity report. So that takes us to the check requisitions. We have, well, they're listed there. I don't need to read them out. And we will have to put the actual to budget report, which is 9.1.3, to the next meeting. So I guess at this point, we just need a motion to approve the check requisitions. We don't really have a treasury report.
I'm happy to make that motion.
Okay,
I'll second it.
carried. Next on the agenda.
Sorry, I bounced ahead.
Budget.
Budget.
Okay. Well, that's the budget review. That's not that's put, so we're at general business budget. Okay, 10.1. We have a budget to send to council. This is Ed. There was some exact wording that Cindy Page put forth for the motion to present this budget to council. Is that correct? Do we have that motion as verbatim from Cindy? Yes, we don't.
Do you have something?
She sent it to us, but maybe by email. And I did send it forward to everyone.
Was I on this exchange?
There's an exact wording. Ryan, she sent it to you as well.
I'm looking.
Okay, I got it. I am making a motion that the 2026 Millbrook Business Improvement Area BIA budget as presented at the annual general meeting and reviewed by the board on November 26, 2025, be hereby adopted by the Board of Management at the meeting on January 8th, 2026, with a levy request of $18,450 and submitted to the Township of Cavan-Monaghan for final approval in accordance with Section 205 of the Municipal Act 2021. This is the budget.
Have you moved?
I moved it already.
No, you moved.
You're
it.
second.
So I don't know if this was, the budget was actually on the distribution for the agenda, so
We'll have to attach
it
it.
will have to attach.
So
it. Yeah.
When I send you the digital files.
Can someone send me the exact wording of that?
Yeah, I'll forward it to you right now.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do that too.
Well, then I won't.
Now, let's see if. Just went to you by text, I think, Sarah, but if you don't get it, I will make sure you get it later.
Perfect. Thank
Okay.
you. I got it.
You got it. All right. You have this? Decorating committee update.
No update, December's pretty quiet.
Okay. 10.3, insurance requirements for BIA events. So I'll speak to that. So during the Christmas in the Village organization, it came to light that when we get an insurance certificate for an event through the township's insurance, this does not cover our members. We were aware that we needed to have a insurance certificate presented by any vendor that was on the street or sidewalk, but now it's also known that we have to have, even if it was a sidewalk sale event where one of our businesses comes out onto the sidewalk, they need to produce a certificate for $5 million liability, naming both the township and the county. So I will say that in reaction to that, I did ask my insurance, not that I'm planning on setting up anything in front of my own store, but I looked into what it would take to get a $5 million certificate from my liability insurer. And it cost me an extra $9 per year. And I can have it produced in less than 24 hours. So it's very simple to do. I'm not saying it's simple for all of our businesses, but I think that going forward, we have to let all of our businesses know that they need to do this. The next thing that I want to talk about is coverage for ourselves as directors on the Board of Management. It is unclear as to whether we have coverage personally. And I have put that to Yvette, and she was looking into it. So if we were to hold an event and something were to go wrong, as we know, everybody gets sued, including the Board of Management members. So are we covered under the township policy if something goes wrong?
So I think maybe it would be probably for the next meeting, if we could have somebody from the township come and speak about the insurance. I think before you go any further, because I don't think that question was answered.
No, it hasn't been.
So it's premature to bring it up here. So let's have a conversation and have somebody come to the next meeting.
Okay, and who would that be?
Probably Cindy or Yvette, I would
Okay.
think. Cindy probably, because Cindy manages the insurance
Okay.
file, so.
So before we go forward, thank you. That's a good offer. We need somebody in the know to advise us. But before we go forward with any events, we need to be clear on insurance requirements. We don't have to worry about this for the chocolate festival because that's not us. That's
Mhm.
Lions, right?
But so you're not doing a road closure, right?
Well,
You're just
no.
doing a, yeah.
right,
Yeah. Mhm.
right.
Yeah,
There's no road closure or anything involved with the chocolate festival anyway. But my concern is that even an event that is a promotional event where one of our members comes out onto the street. And
I think you
yeah,
need clarification on
Yeah.
that, and I think that it's probably a bit premature to bring
not
that
on the
up.
street, on the sidewalk.
Yeah, I think you don't have clarification on that. Let's get it, and then that way you can
We
have
don't
that.
have clarification. I thought we did. And
Did you get something, did you get a response on that?
I don't have a response on the question of whether our board members are insured under the townships.
But insured on what, like to set up a booth or just as personal liability?
Well, when something goes wrong, who
It's a
get,
personal
everybody get personal liability.
A lot of
Yeah,
questions, let's get them
Yeah,
answered at the
yeah,
next
a
meeting.
lot of questions.
Yeah, a lot of questions, let's get them answered at the next meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's an agenda item for next meeting.
Yep.
And someone will appear and you'll let me know.
Yeah,
I don't think that should be discussed in a meeting. I think,
Is
I
that,
think you should meet with Cindy, get clarification and bring
Yeah.
back the answer.
sure.
I don't think I'm willing to go and address this.
You
Would
brought it
you
up.
do that?
And
Well,
respectfully, Kathy, you're the chair, so it is appropriate for you to have that conversation with the clerk and the CAO. Happy to participate, but I think that that's
well,
appropriate.
I have put the question out there and
Sure, I think a lot
Yeah.
of this happened right before Christmas, so there is a Christmas closure, so I think we have to allow for that, but I think Deputy Mayor Huntley is correct. It's probably a conversation that you want to have, and as chair, I think that's the expectation is that you would meet with.
So coming back to the meeting, you have the answer now.
Correct.
Okay.
The discussion.
all I'm saying is that I have such limited time over the next month. Now look at this chocolate festival. I am restructuring I'm not able to come in and do a separate meeting.
But it doesn't have to be next month.
Okay.
Yeah, you just get, because you're
Okay.
not running any events.
I'm
until-
happy to have a phone call or email conversations, but I'm not,
I think a face-to-face is more appropriate, so maybe we can kind of set some time aside. And
Okay.
like Deputy Mayor
well,
Huntley said,
it won't be this month.
sure,
Okay.
okay, that's fine.
It possibly,
We can sort
Yeah,
something out. It
yeah,
doesn't need to be
yeah.
decided here.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I think that we have no correspondence and a adjournment as of soon as somebody makes a motion at 8:49.
Happy to adjourn.
Okay,
A second.
and
Bye.
Carrie.
Bye. I'm just gonna stop.